Good day to you glorious rascallion bastards. Name's FOXSOL, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another WutheringWaves video right here. I hope you guys are having a good one. I hope you guys are sitting down, relaxing. Got yourself, a good something to drink. Got yourself some potato chips, something good, man. And you're ready to get entertained. Oh, you're ready for the conversation that's going to be taking place here. And the conversation we're going to take place is legitimately the story of WutheringWaves and my honest opinion and thoughts behind it. So without further ado, join me on this ride and let's get into it. Alrighty, so WutheringWaves story. What can I say about the story? You see, I made a video a while back about, is ZZZ, why I prefer WutheringWaves over ZZ, and I made a comment in there which I think I need to actually better explain. Is I stated that I liked the story, that I thought the story was better in a sense than ZZZ, but what I meant by that, and I should have clarified it a lot better, is that I like the character stories, like the character story of Jin Yan, the character story of Chang Li, for two primary examples. The side stories, if you would. Basically explaining more about the character itself. The main story of WutheringWaves, I'm going to be completely honest, it was a lackluster. It was legitimately something that actually put me to sleep a majority of the time. When the game first came out, I loved the combat, I loved everything else, but I hated the main story. Now, you're gonna be saying to yourself, well, why would you hate the main story there, Fox? I mean, come on. It was a good story. It's because I have seen in my lifetime of this last year, because, okay, me and my friend, typically every week we start watching, and we haven't done this in a while, but we were watching, this anime series, that anime series. Like, I never watched ReZero. I've never watched a couple of different animes, and he introduced me to a few, right? Like, main animes I've always seen that I can always watch all over again, and I always keep watching is the simple ones like, Rurouni Kenshin, the original, and then the remake, Shaman King, Dragon Ball Z, classic animes, Yu Yu Hakusho. Nothing pertaining to be brand spanking new that I actually cared about watching. And he's trying to introduce me to, the 7 different animes. I said, screw it, why not? We're gonna watch some stuff,
I got your back.
I like to see what you like and, give something a shot, because I can't say that I actually like it. Well, he introduced me to this entire genre, and I don't remember exactly what it's called, but this entire genre, which is the exact same fucking story. And that story is, magical fucking princess, goddess, priestess summons hero from a far off land or from a distant future or some bullshit like this, and brings them into this medieval fucking crux of a world, and they need to save the world from Demon King or some dreaded evil that's going. It's like Ichikachi or some shit like that. I forgot what the fuck he called it. I watched, like, with him 5 or so animes like this. And some of them, don't get me wrong, they were really fucking good. Like, ReZero is really fucking good. I'm not gonna give it. Rim's my girl. But they're all exactly the same fucking plot line. And then WutheringWaves is the way I see it. It's the same exact fucking plot line. Rover is just another character that gets summoned into the world. He meets, what is it? Yang Yang and the other one, and it's like, oh, we need you to save us, basically, from all this. The prophecy has foretold you hero of time coming in.
Make it fast.
Genshin Impact, again, you pick either one or two characters. Again, you get summoned into a fucking world. You know, like, I understand the point a lot when it comes to the story, well, how this is Genshin 2.0. And I've watched a couple of videos, and one video in particular I watched said that WutheringWaves' story, you know, is how do they put it? Is revitalizing. You know, that more stories of gacha games need to be like, it's revolutionary. It's a revolutionary story. It's not a fucking revolutionary story. I'm sorry. I'm going to spread the facts here, and I'm going to say it straight up. WutheringWaves' main storyline, and I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to bypass the actual, you know, side character story, because the side character stories I actually got interested in. I actually got interested in Jian's story and Chang Li's story, but going through the main story, there was only certain key elements to it, certain spots, like Jinshi with Ju and stuff like this, that did keep my interest a little bit. But at the end of the day, you can go ahead, rinse and repeat. It's the same exact storyline. Like, I am sorry to tell you this. The story was something that, thank God, there was a skip button for me to skip it to bypass a lot of the story. That, you know, when I got interested in the story, guess what? I go watch it on YouTube if I'm not interested. I'll go see what I missed. That's what I stated in those live streams. I want to play the game. I don't want to play the story.
Make it fast.
Now you're gonna be like, oh, but Fox, what about like the part with Scar and such and everything? Again, we have an antagonist that is completely fucking batshit fucking insane, just like in the other stories. He comes in, he pushes, he prods the bear with the protagonist, says a couple of things that pisses the protagonist off. Guess what? Just like any of the other stories I've watched in the past with my friend, it's like, okay, this is the same plot line. You got this girl that's mysterious, that has the bandage over the eye with Scar and such. It was at the end of the cutscene and crap, right? Well, guess what? That girl's probably going to be most likely, you know, completely evil right now, completely has these feelings about, you know, people hate her or some shit like this, whatever, you know, and then it's going to end up turning to be a good girl, and, you know, our boy Scar is going to end up being a good guy in a certain sense. He's going to be an arrogant son of a bitch, but he's probably going to end up going to the good side after everything, because Rover's going to change him. Power of fucking friendship. There you go. I'm sorry. Like, I've seen this storyline 100 times, and I'm not going to say that it's absolutely the best. It's not revolutionary. It's like every other anime that I've seen in the last 6 months that I've been introduced to by my friend, and it's always the same thing.
Make it fast.
Don't get me wrong, like WutheringWaves, I think the game is visually appealing. I think that certain points in the story is cool to watch. Like, I'll say it even for like the Ichigachi whatever series, like all the other animes that I've seen, you know, there's certain things in them that is legitimately great to watch. You know, it's like cool cutscenes. It's like this battle scene is really fucking amazing. It lasts for 30 seconds. And I'm like, oh, that was cool. But nothing in WutheringWaves' actual main story so far is something that you would actually remember, in my personal true opinion. You are stuck in a storyline that is legitimately like every other typical anime of this style. You're stuck in a storyline that is basically the same. The only difference between Genshin that makes it to where WutheringWaves is so much better than Genshin is I don't have a fucking Paimon. I don't have a little Navi fucking fairy that's on my fucking ass telling me that I gotta do this 100,000 times, okay? I don't have an annoying little sidekick character. So, hey, I gotta give it credit there. That's actually really good. But the story is nothing fresh. It's nothing really new. The storytelling is just as slow as watching a generic anime, and that's the honest truth. I know that this is going to be the flip of the coin. You're going to have, you know, 50% that's going to agree with me. You're going to have another 50% that's going to come in, most likely, they watch this video and tell me how batshit insane and how wrong I am. But let's be honest here. Like, from what I remember watching with the forced cutscenes of this anime, of this story, and I think we could actually go to gallery and we can see this real quick. Let's see. Come on. All right, gallery. Main story. You know, a blurry gentle female. You looks like you're drowning. Strange. No visible signs. You're awake. Oh, let me see. Thank goodness you're awake. You know, and then boom. I'm sorry, you just woke up. I'm here chatting up a storm. Are you all right? You're discovered. Who are you? Boom, there you go. We are, again, my name is Rover, whatever. And then we are coming into the story where we are brought into a new world. And then they assume that you're a resonator. You know, you have the tacit mark on your back of your hand and everything else. You are now been summoned to a world. This is like you could read it, you could see it. Like I said, there were some cool elements, don't get me wrong. You know, like I said, the reverberation, you know, this is the basic storyline right here. Boom. Beginning, first boss, the friendship. We meet the compelling character that is going to be, you know, the cool character. We're going to meet the antagonist, who's going to, you know, completely do whatever he can to try to fuck with our mind. Then we're going to meet the beautiful princess. Then we're going to start meeting other characters. Then we're going to meet the Yandir that's like, oh, daddy, go ahead and hurt me. Then we're going to meet more cutesy such. Then, like I said, the conductor part right here. This one right here, this girl right here, most likely, you know, she's got an agenda, but she's going to change her mind in the future, trust me. And she's going to be part of the group. We got the final battle so far, which is not actually the final battle. Then we get a new ally out of it, which is a cutesy thing. And then we're getting into the next chapter, which, you know, this right here was cool. There's certain parts of this completely, right? The companion stories I think are great. I think they're cool, except for Jingle Beast was all right. I'm not gonna lie, Jingle Beast was all right. Meaning the Divine was actually a cool cut scenes. It was cool. The Trailblazer was great, but in general, the story is nothing more than just another typical hero being summoned to a new world. And then you don't remember what you really are, and you gotta traverse the entire land and make friends along the way and basically save the world. Your typical fantasy story. So I don't want to really hear, like, if you disagree with me, like legitimately you disagree, give me some points of where I'm wrong. I want to know. But I'm tired of watching YouTube videos and listening to people that's like trying to straight up, you know, defend the story, the full story of WutheringWaves, to say it's like a revolutionizing story. It's not. I can go find you right now probably 5 anime, if not more, that is the exact same story plot. I can lead you into Genshin, which will give you almost the same exact story plot. Like, come on, bro. I never played Honkai Star Rail, but I'm pretty sure Honkai Star Rail even's got somewhat of a similar story route. You are the protagonist that comes into the world, and you're making your own story. There's nothing about this that is legitimately original. Okay, plot-wise. The only thing that I think is original is the companion stories. And even then, that's still giving more credit, because I'm sure we could find, you know, within those companion stories, probably things that relates more to other animes as well, as still makes it not original if we really want to dig into it deeper. So that's my thoughts. That's what I have to say. Whether you agree or whether you disagree, let me know down in the comments below. Like, if you like the video, why not consider giving the channel, you know, a subscribe, and tell me what other topics that we should maybe touch up on. Like I said, I really wanted to touch up on this one because, dude, I swear, when I heard this person say that WutheringWaves storyline is so revolutionary, and it's like, it's revitalizing how gacha games are, and it's like, no, it's not. I gotta give, like, look, I'm gonna be honest. I gotta give fucking Zenless, Zoneless, whatever, Zero Zoneless Zero, whatever the fuck it's called, ZZZ, a fucking pat on the back because you know what? That story, you know, is more original than this. Like, in all honesty, Billy the Kid is Deadpool. Is it? I don't like the story. Don't get me wrong. I don't like the story of ZZZ, to be completely honest. I think it's all over the place. I'm confused as hell. But it's not about a hero being warped into the world and has to save the world and such like this. No, you're a fucking, you and your sister are basically computer hackers, and you're working with a chain of people to go through fucking TVs and shit and all this other stuff, which confuses the shit out of me, to be honest. It's fucking actually pretty cool because it's something different. The WutheringWaves story is just your generic story. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. You guys have it easy. You guys have it easy. You take it your time. You let me know where I'm going wrong at. Okay. All right, baby. All right, boo boo. You have a good one, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.